there's a question I've been asking myself. Maybe you've been asking it too. What advice should I give my children? How do they find a great job? How do they find their way? I've been adulting for a good couple of decades already. And I have a career that I love. And still, I find myself relatively incapable of figuring out what to advise my kids. It's ironic. I'm a mom and a manager who has literally hired and mentored hundreds of young people. And I started and run a career training program at Google that has helped 1 million people get trained for higher paying jobs. And I live here in Silicon Valley where we have a front row seat to what's happening with AI. And still. Let's take a look at what's happening right now. Unemployment looks relatively low. It's at 4.2%. You're probably thinking, yeah, that means 96% of people are good, right? That data doesn't tell the whole story. Unemployment for young people is at 8.2%, almost double. And believe me, if there is a young person in your life right now looking for a job, it feels like a whole lot more. Even college students are struggling more than they used to. Unemployment for college grads has already gone up over 20% this year. And things are starting to change. A few weeks ago, I went to McDonald's. I love McDonald's fries. I think there's no question they are the best fries. And I was ordering my fries at the kiosk, but I was ordering it at a kiosk and not from a smiling 16-year-old kid. Now, McDonald's used to advertise that they were America's best first job. And for sure, those are good jobs. You learn to work in a team, you learn to be customer service oriented, you learn to work under pressure, you learn to show up on time. And having a job is really important, not just for financial security, but because it gives us all purpose and hope and belonging. And I think we all want that, and not just for ourselves, but for our kids. So, what do I tell my children in this time when so much is changing? The truth is, I'm still working on it, but I'm here to share where I've come out so far. The smarter the machines get, the more important our humanness is. A week or so ago, I went for a walk here in Palo Alto. I was walking up Bryant Street with some friends, headed toward the Creamery. You know, the place that has the best hash browns? Yeah, there's a potato theme happening here. And one of the dads, he's telling the story, and he's telling the story about his daughter who just got her first job. And he says, you know what? She's not the best coder. And she knows that, and we know that, and for sure the people who just hired her know that. But she hustled harder. She hustled so hard. He said she went to the job fair, but she didn't just go to the job fair. She stayed after, she talked to them. She basically chased these people until they would give her a chance. There's a lot to be said for hustle. And hustle is this really uniquely human thing, right? To want something so badly, to care so deeply, that you're willing to do really uncomfortable things to get it. But the thing is, we can't teach someone to hustle. But maybe what we can do is help them find the thing that they love so much, they're willing to hustle for it. So that's my first piece of advice. Find the thing you care so deeply about, you're willing to hustle for it. So on that walk, and on many other instances over the last little while, I have been asking other people for advice. What do you think our children need to know now to succeed? And they've pretty much all been telling me the same thing. They need to learn to use AI. Okay, I know, it's a biased sample. These people live in Silicon Valley. And I don't disagree. As a matter of fact, you can ask my children. I have definitely said exactly that to them multiple times. But I was kind of hoping for more. And I realized that maybe I wasn't asking the best question. And the questions matter. In this age of AI where answers are literally everywhere, maybe it's asking the right question that matters the most. In this age of AI where we can all make pretty much anything, it's amazing what you can make with AI. Maybe what matters is, what should we make? And why? And for whom? So when answers are everywhere, maybe asking the right question is everything. And that's my second piece of advice. So I've been thinking a little bit about this transition that all these loved ones in my life are making, from high school to college, from college to the world of work. And I've been thinking about, why is it so hard? And it came to me. This transition is hard because the way you learn to succeed at school is so different from the way you learn to succeed at work. School's a pretty individual sport. It's how hard you study, it's how you do on the test. But life is a team sport, and work for sure. You can't accomplish big things alone. Sure, some schools have group projects. I think we all remember the ugh of a group project. But the reality is that life is just one group project after another. So what matters is who's in the group project with you. At work, you need a boss who appreciates you, but yet who pushes you. You need teammates who learn from each other and pick up the slack. And in life, you need friends and mentors and a partner, and if you're lucky, the people who walk with you are your parents, and hopefully in my house, it's your sister. Give them the time, the energy, and your love, and walk together. My third piece of advice is, life is a group project. Find your people and hold them close. So it may not be a perfect answer to this question and these questions of our times, which will just keep coming. But as the machines get smarter, our humanness matters most. So I tell my kids, find the thing you love enough to hustle for it. When answers are everywhere, asking the right question is what matters. And life for sure is a group project. So find your people and hold them close. Thank you.